Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to Comic47. And for this video, I'm going to be reviewing Batman Knightfall Volume 1. Now, in my main channel, Comic47, I used to do reviews on, on trade paperbacks and comics, but now I'm going to do it on this channel, Comic47Vlogs. So, let's start off with Batman Knightfall Volume 1. So here is the most iconic panel in comic book history, one of the most, because we have Bane breaking Batman's back. Freaking Batman's back. Okay, so we get an introduction of who Bane is because we have his first appearance, we have his origin story. Now, according to his origin story, he was born in a jail, and it was pretty rough, but he was just there his entire life. And it was a super crazy jail, or I don't know, he just got super violent all the time. We never get to know Bane's real name. But we do know that he gets tougher and tougher and tougher. He was even in situations where he was in a cell and he had to survive with rats and in the dark and right here, as you can see here. So he just was pretty much immune to any kind of punishment, torture. And this guy is he's probably even tougher than Batman, as you could say. And also, this guy is really strategic, He sees Batman, he spots him, but first he needs to see what Batman's all about. And what Bane does is that after a series of events, what Bane does is that he releases all the Batman villains in Arkham Asylum, and what that does is that Batman, he has to get every single one of them. Batman is one of those guys who never wants to stop crime fighting. So even if he's tired out, he just won't stop, until he's done with all the criminals. So with Bane letting loose all the villains, then now Batman's tired, Batman's just so tired of dealing with all these villains. Even Zsasz escaped, which this is the first time I got to know about Zsasz. He's actually a pretty cool character. And one thing to point out is that this is around the 90s, and this is really cool. This is around the time that comics were more serious in DC Comics. It was the beginning of a new seriousness of comics, and in these old-timey pages. So you get to read it like this, and it's only $30. I think it's $30. It says over here, $30. Bane eventually breaks Batman's back, and actually first Bane breaks Killer Croc's arm. I mean, Killer Croc is pretty strong, but Bane is a lot stronger than him. And the thing about why I think Bane is cooler than Killer Croc is that Killer Croc, he's got a cool look, but Bane is stronger than him, and he's super strategic, even outsmarting Batman in this series. Now, throughout this series, all of the villains that Bane has gotten loose are, apprehended by Batman, but little by little, Batman gets tired, he's getting less sleep. Here's I forgot what this guy's name, I think it's Firefly. The Riddler's over here, we got Harvey Bullock. And see, now Batman is, little by little, getting more and more tired. And we see Bane over here finally entering the Batcave. Now, you see, what Bane does is he somehow finds out how Batman is Bruce Wayne, and also he finds out where the Batcave is. So not only does he find out his identity, but he knows where he actually lives. So Batman is all tired out. He has almost no sleep, a bunch of criminals all night, fighting. And now Bane takes this opportunity to head into the Batcave, and he uses a drug called Venom, which is really addictive. And what it does is makes Bane a lot stronger. So he finally enters the Batcave, and Batman puts on his mask right away, but he can't do anything about it. he's weak, you know. And also, since Bane is like extra strong, he can he actually has enough force to break Batman's back if he wants to, and that's what it eventually leads to. He knocks him. He keeps punching Batman over and over, punneling him, and here he is like under a penny, the giant penny. And then here, well, first of all, I'll show you this. You know, he eventually breaks Batman's back. Like, he holds him up, and instead of killing him, what he wants to do is humiliate him. So he said, "I'll simply break you," you know. And then here we hear his back cracking, and here Batman is just crippled. And check this out, he's like blood, full of blood. And then here's like this cover where Bane is actually like a super terrifying villain because he actually beat Batman. Not too many people can do that, you know. Lady Shiva is also able to do it, but see, look, here's Bane holding Batman in front of the whole city. Like, not only is he beat Batman, but he's also humiliating his legacy. You know, he's showing the whole entire lot of people that Batman is dead. Not dead, but like, he's showing people that the Batman legacy is dead, and you know, Robin can't believe it. And so what happens next is that Batman is crippled. He can't do anything as Batman. So what happens here is that he calls in Jean-Paul Valley, aka Azrael, to do the job for him, you know. But the problem is that this is a more aggressive Batman. He's a really aggressive Batman. So Batman doesn't really like the way he works, but he's not really too aware of it. But Robin is aware of it, and you know, this Jean-Paul Valley is like, he's lost, he's cruel, he kills his villains, he makes like poor decisions, and he also like upgrades the armor little by little. And here he is, just kind of, you know, he's like mad at Robin and stuff like that. And he's relentless, you know. He can just kill whenever he wants. And see, what this guy does is he inflicts even more fear into people, and his threats are actually true. He will kill those people that he threatens, you know. Batman doesn't actually kill him, you know. He just pummels them if he wants. Batman doesn't kill. He doesn't use guns. So what this guy's doing is striking fear into people's hearts. And he was about to kill Scarecrow. Well, he wasn't going to kill him indirectly. He was going to let himself fall, you know. So I mean, if Scarecrow would have died, then that would have been better for the rest of the city. And I mean, I would agree with that, but Batman doesn't really kill, so that's not really that's not his MO, so to speak. But the first part of his upgrade is that he's got like new like metal claws here. He's like grappling, and here he is with the metal claws. And what the metal claws do is that they like shred completely. And when Jean-Paul Valley confronts Bane is just like helpless, as you can see. He's going after Bane. I mean, sure, Bane gets a few punches off of him, but he's so like murderous that eventually he heads off to find Bane on a train. That rhymes. And here he is. Now here's his final upgrade on his costume. And this is the final confrontation with Bane that he's gonna have. So what happens here is that, you know, he's fully armored pretty much, and now he's out to get vengeance for Batman, you know. So what he does is that he's going after Bane. He's like there's a couple explosions being made, you know, and the police are noticing that there's something wrong with Batman. There's like something different about him, you know. So here he's like shredding him up, tearing him to pieces, and he can just kill him whenever he wants. So what happens here is that he's about to kill him. He's so close to doing it, and then the police just can't believe it, you know. They're like, well, how come Batman's doing this, you know? How come he's killing Bane? So the police are starting to think, well, this isn't our Batman. So what happens here is that he's just like keep chasing him and chasing. Bane's trying to get away. He even has Venom, remember. He's got Venom, and he's still losing the fight. And here's where we see where Bane is about to be killed by the new Batman. And Commissioner Gordon he's saying, like, you know, he won't do it. He won't kill him. And actually what happens is, just because like a teeny bit of like morality for Jean-Paul Valley, he actually doesn't kill him. So what happens is he's learning a little bit of values, but not enough. You know, Jean-Paul is just too murderous. He's just too much of a hero, anti-hero, villain type of guy. And he's kind of confused with himself too. We'll see that later. I think in like volume 2 or 3. But throughout this series, it's really cool because you get to see how villains are portrayed in the 90s, and the way they're in the 90s are how they should be portrayed now. You know, Batman in every couple issues, there's like a new villain that pops up. I feel like that's how it should be nowadays. I feel like they should kind of mention more like old school heroes like Scarecrow, Riddler, Killer Croc, Bane. Especially Bane, he has been mentioned in the recent Batman series, and I will review that later if you guys want. And there's like the Mad Hatter in here. There's like and all these like new villains also confront Jean-Paul Valley Azrael, and they also notice that he's not the real Batman, you know. And Scarecrow looks really awesome here. It looks really cool. You know, we see like a whole bunch of other villains, and Batman, and even Catwoman, but this is like her old look. Her old look is like kind of purplish, and she's got like boots, and it just looks really weird. I like her black leather suit better. But yeah, guys, that's my review on Batman Knightfall Volume 1. So if you guys want me to review Volume 2, just leave a comment. And I know I've already reviewed Volume 2 on my main channel, but I want to re-review it again so that, you know, I can have like the whole series here on this channel. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you like Batman Knightfall Volume 1, Volume 2, or Volume 3. Or you can also comment if Bane is your favorite villain or not. Well, that's all for today, guys. I'll see you next time.